Yeah, this is Scare Talk. I am
man.
Danny, and I am
Snake.
here with Cloudy Katrina.
Mm.
Yeah, and we've got Jittery Joel.
Hey, guys, what's up? So jittery. Oh man.
All right, and we are here to talk about a movie I'm surprised we haven't reviewed yet.
Yeah.
From 2007, we've got The Mist. So, Joel, can you tell us who is a part of this one?
Yes, I can. So this one stars Thomas Jane, who's our main character. Marcia Gay Harden, she is Mrs. Carmody, and Laurie Holden, she is Amanda. She is from The Walking Dead. There are a couple of people from The Walking Dead in this movie.
Oh.
From the early days of The Walking Dead. This was written by Frank Darabont. He did the screenplay. A couple other things, The Green Mile and Shawshank Redemption. He wrote and directed both of those. As well as he directed this one as well, Frank Darabont. And he's doing 2 episodes of the upcoming and final season of Stranger Things. So it'll be interesting to see.
Okay.
I can't wait for that final season.
Yeah.
Cool. And this is a short story by Stephen King, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
That's why I mentioned the other.
Yeah.
The other 2, they're not horror movies, but Green Mile and Shawshank were both Stephen King also.
Yeah.
That he did. So
all right, cool. So a thick fog descends upon a rural community, killing anyone caught outside. Survivors seek refuge in a local store. Trapped in a darkened cloud of pure horror, the frightened denizens of the town must fend off murderous monster waves.
I think it's like residents of the town.
Yeah, denizens.
Yeah.
All right, IMDb.
The fancy way of saying it.
All the other words are just regular.
Yeah.
Denizens in there.
Could have just said resident.
Try to confuse me. All right. So this one has a lot of opinions across the world.
It does.
And so I am really interested in you guys and your opinions. And we're going to start with one word to describe your opinion or describe the film. So, Joel, you go first.
My word is monstrous.
Oh, okay.
Good one. I'll go next.
Okay.
Now, I think it's kind of on your first watch, shocking.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with awkward.
Okay.
All right. So before we get much deeper in, we're going to ask you to subscribe to our channel and like this video so you can get all the upcoming reviews that we have come out. It's a good time because we've got Scare Miss coming where we do episodes of horror film reviews throughout December leading up to Christmas. So you're going to want to sign up for that. Every day we're going to do a review.
Yes.
We'll let you know exactly what day we start. And we're going to have our end of the year lists coming. Worst of the year, best of the year. We're going to have an episode on the movies that we've seen this year that we haven't reviewed. And we'll be talking about anticipated movies for next year. So lots and lots coming up in the next month and a half, basically. And we're going to stay away from spoilers at first for this one. And then if you go to Patreon, patreon.com/scaretalk, you can sign up there for a tier or 2 tiers that have spoiler options. So you can watch the rest of our episode there and listen to the spoilers.
Yes.
All righty.
There you go.
So we've got this guy. We've got his son. after in the aftermath of like a big storm,
Mhm.
Yeah.
they're gonna go to get some supplies because the power is out everywhere at this grocery store.
Mhm.
Little local grocery store. It's not a big town. It is Castle Rock. I don't know if you saw that, Joel.
I didn't. I don't think I did notice that.
Yeah, it was on a
Which is
newspaper.
Funny because Castle Rock is where the Stand By Me it takes place. So it's okay.
Mhm.
It's in the universe of Stand By Me. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Mhm.
I think Misery. I think Ann Wilkes. I think that takes place on Castle Rock.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. According to the show, Castle Rock.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
she is
accurate
in that.
that is.
Mhm.
But anyways, so I thought that was a cool little thing.
Yeah.
So this one takes place on Castle Rock, in Castle Rock. And there's mist.
Yes,
Mhm.
there
There's
is
like this
mist.
big cloud of fog, mist taking over the town.
Yes.
And once they're inside, then they discover that there are creatures and monsters outside, and they cannot leave. And things start to get a little crazy inside.
Yeah.
So, what did you guys think? Let's start with me and Joel because I think we have similar opinions, and I think Katrina has different opinions.
Okay.
So,
right.
Joel, let's start with you.
I've seen this movie a few times now. To the point that I watched like the first half of it before we did this review, but like I knew point for point what was going to happen after, so I didn't really need to finish it.
Yeah.
Today like ran out of time. I was doing it literally before we were doing the episodes. And the creature effects aren't great. I think even for like 2008 time when this came out, I don't think it's still, I remember watching it like around that time and thinking, especially the garage scene, that it was kind of cheesy, kind of lame CGI. But that's not really the point of this movie. The point of the movie is everything inside the store, all the different people inside the store, what people would realistically be like in this type of like apocalyptic event. And that's what I really love about this movie is the interactions and the different types of people. And so I really like this movie. And then the ending happens and it's just like it's like your word was shocking. And that's the part that's going to either make people love this movie or hate this movie, because if they weren't really, I think that's kind of like a divider amongst people, that ending scene. And I can't wait to discuss that part.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. So that should be worth it alone to get on Patreon. Your thoughts on that? Because I feel like we're gonna have at least two different perspectives on the ending. So yeah, I've always been a fan of this movie, and like you said, I can't believe it's taken us this long to review it, but here we are. So yeah.
Cool.
I like this one.
All right, so story, not a long story, but I remember like vividly seeing this in theaters. I had not lived in Sacramento very long. I think just a few months, because this, I'm pretty sure, came out like during the Christmas shopping season.
Oh,
because I remember seeing this at a time when I was shopping for Christmas gifts.
Good Christmas movie.
Yeah. And I remember seeing this, and halfway through the movie, I was like, this is okay. Because like you said, Joel, the creature effects were pretty weak. I was like, okay, this is like a run of the mill type of monster apocalypse type of movie. Nothing too interesting going on. But then the second half, I really liked. I liked the different character development. I liked the different camps of people. I thought that was an interesting thing. Like you said, it's more about what's happening inside than what's outside. I didn't remember the like blood and gore in this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't remember that because I was looking at it, before we put it on, and I was like, oh yeah, it's rated R. Huh. I was thinking it was PG-13 for some reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had forgot about that, and that was a surprise for me watching it this time, that how much gore there is. So if you like that kind of stuff, this movie does have it. You have to kind of get a little deep into the movie in order to get
CGI
there.
gore at some
Yeah,
point.
CGI. It's
yeah.
pretty much all CGI for that stuff. But it went further than I remember it going. And then the ending. When I saw this in theaters, it was just dead silent after the movie.
Yeah.
Nobody said a word walking out.
Yeah.
It was just like, whoa, I can't believe that just happened. I do remember, or I thought that there was a lot more buildup and a lot more like conflict about the decision that was made at the end. I thought there was more kind of back and forth discussion about it before it just happens. That's what I remember, at least. Watching it this time, I was like, wow, that was pretty quick. I thought there was more suspense built in that scene.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was like, oh wow, okay. They made that decision pretty quickly. And I just didn't remember it going down like that.
We'll
I
defend
will
that
say,
scene with my life. I will defend that scene with my life.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have a nice discussion
with my life.
With my life, I'm gonna die on this hill.
Well, let's.
Oh my gosh, I might have to just step back for this one. I mean, I don't have that much of a like a foot in the ground on this scene.
It's just
I do love it. I do think it's great, but I just remember it. I just love it for the shock value of it. But I thought there was more to it than what I remember. Yeah. So the acting, I thought Thomas Jane did not do a very good job.
You're taking my
and I remember feeling that way before. I remember thinking this movie's not that good, but the ending is what kind of stamps it as like a classic. And everybody who's seen it, they know the ending. And that's what they will talk about.
Yeah.
This movie, is a pretty good movie, but the ending is what really puts it over the top for either loving or hating it. We have the black and white version.
Oh, nice.
And
that was the way apparently it was supposed to be filmed.
Yeah, and we didn't watch it. We didn't watch black and white because Katrina hadn't seen it before. So I was like, okay, let's just watch the regular version. But I'm really curious what the black and white version looks like, because when we were watching it, I was kind of envisioning what it would look like black and white, and I feel like it would be better. I feel like the dialogue and the some of the camera work and stuff just would fit an old-fashioned monster movie feel.
Yeah, it feels, especially with
the color,
with like the CGI blood, how like overly red it is, and like the monsters would probably make it. Yeah, it would probably be a lot better in black and white because all the CGI stuff would actually look like it fits in a black and white movie. So
yeah, you can get away with it without having the color. But even like some of the dialogue and stuff and some of the acting, I was like, this is kind of off. It's kind of like not great. But I feel like in black and white, it might feel more like old fashioned, and some of the acting back then was just kind of weird. Like people don't talk like that in movies these days,
Mhm.
like they did back then. And I
Yeah.
felt like maybe it would make more sense in that color or lack thereof. So yeah, those are my thoughts on The Mist.
All right.
Katrina, what
Here we
are
go.
your thoughts?
I am on the edge of my seat wanting to tell you my thoughts.
I'm on the edge of my seat to
The
hear it.
yeah. You already took some of my points, but the acting in this movie was probably some of the worst acting I have ever seen in my entire life.
Wow.
This was
exaggeration.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it
You haven't
was
seen
We're
that
going to
many
talk
movies.
about Candyman 2
horrible.
in a little bit.
Okay. We sure can. It
Yeah.
was horrible. The dialogue between all the characters was awkward and weird. The only two characters that there actually seemed to be any kind of charisma with.
Chemistry.
Sure.
You said charisma.
So maybe the girl had charisma. I don't know. But any kind of chemistry, any kind of like connection, or like that it wasn't just completely awkward and uncomfortable and stupid to watch, was the girl cashier.
Okay.
The young girl cashier that was also his babysitter, that but for some reason they didn't seem to have much of a connection. And the military guy, you know, that like
The one scene
they
together.
never dated. Yeah. That was the only good acting in the entire movie. And then of course, yeah. So, okay. Oh my gosh. And then the characters, how they connect, how they like all of a sudden, like he has this huge connection to this new person in town, and everyone just connects with her, and that whole thing, all the looks in this movie.
She's talking about the teacher.
Yeah, I know, but
new in town.
No,
it's like, why are we so like, just, you guys are acting like they've been friends forever, like, and she seems like she's like trying to like move in on this guy and take over mom, you know, the mom role for the kid, and
they were all
and
scared.
this
Like,
guy is sitting here like,
oh man,
cares about his son, wanted to take his son with him and everything, and then leaves him every second he gets. Leaves him. Then we learn how much he really cares about his son.
Because he doesn't want him to hear all this stuff.
Oh,
like,
gosh. Okay, let someone else take over. You do not need to be the leader of the pack. Oh my gosh.
He wants to know what's going on.
Egotistical.
He's trying to teach him how to be a man.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Because he's so excited to have him grow up, and then
wow. All right. I figured you might have an issue with the ending, but like that was it. Like,
we'll talk about that.
I was looking forward to having this conversation and be like, yeah, like, but man, you just hated the entire movie.
Oh, the entire movie. Okay, for one, like, okay, it felt like super old fashioned. So I'll give it that it seemed like it was trying to do some kind of old fashioned feel of the movie. And so maybe they were trying to make the dialogue seem old fashioned and awkward and weird. Oh my gosh. From the very beginning of the movie, it was like, you guys don't even seem to be comfortable around each other as husband and wife. Like, there was no development of their relationship, and it seemed awkward the entire time. And when she points out the mist and he's like explaining it, and she's like, "Are you sure?" Like,
I'm not.
It's a
I'm
cloud.
not a weatherman.
I
I like that line.
Oh yeah, that was a good line
I'm
because
not
I
the
was
weatherman.
actually saying like, how is he supposed to know? And
He was
oh
talking
my
about like
God.
cold fronts and
Yeah.
hot
Yeah.
fronts.
Yeah, and like, oh my gosh, all of it was so awkward. You could tell that they were trying to develop these characters and these relationships and a personality. He had none. He was flat
It was
and
kind of flat.
oh my gosh, the most unenjoyable person to watch. The best acting was from the kid at the beginning. It was like, is the kid the only one who knows how to act in this movie? Oh my gosh. Ugh, it was torturous. I would originally when
It
we
took
were
us
putting it on 2 days
Two
to
days.
watch it.
It's rare that we
Originally-
get through a movie at home,
Yeah,
like straight through.
Yeah.
we got through Candyman.
Especially if the sun is down. If we watch it during the day, like if we
You
can
get that
end the
glare
movie
on the
by like
TV.
7
Yeah.
or earlier, then it's better. But
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I mean, at least hold my attention. Oh my gosh, it was like hard to even pay attention anymore. And then like, yeah, it's just you had said, oh, we have it in black and white, but I'm gonna have you watch it in color first, and we'll watch it in black and white another time. By the end of the movie, I'm like, I'm gonna have to watch this movie again. I'm like, no, thank you.
You know, I don't know if I want to watch the entire movie again, but I do want to see what it looks like and kind of get an idea
Yeah,
of
we can like
okay,
fast forward through it.
like okay, this because that, like you said, Joel, I didn't know that it was meant to be black and
Mhm.
white. So that just makes me interested in how
Yeah.
it could look and the feel of the movie being black and white.
Yeah, because
So-
I even asked him like, when was this movie made? Because I'm like, there could be some excuse if it's like a 70s movie or something. Even if you know, like, because we had talked about how it had kind of like a Birds feel to it, you know, but there's no excuse. It's 2008. This
2007, I think.
2007.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
They-
it's got an excuse.
Yeah. Well,
They
2008.
did
2007, so-
horrible.
Uh,
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll see what we'll see what we have to talk about with the ending, but I mean
Yeah. Did you
that
didn't like
end
the
scene.
ending?
Oh my gosh.
I thought the acting was
Ugh.
pretty poor as
So
the
poor.
result, the end result during the end. I thought the acting was not very believable.
Oh my gosh.
But the actions, man, crazy.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was shocking. It was infuriating. That was the other word I was trying to decide if I would pick. Like,
If you
are
were,
you serious? Like, I mean, but you know what? From this guy, I'm not surprised. Oh my gosh, this guy couldn't make a good decision if his life depended on it.
all right, going too far. Going too
Yeah.
far. Let's see what the critics think. Give our
Okay.
rating, and then we can get into it.
Okay. The critics, Rotten Tomatoes, they feel better than me. They say it's fresh. It has a 73 on the
Nice.
tomato meter,
Okay.
and the popcorn meter is still a full bucket of popcorn, just barely 65% for the popcorn meter.
Okay.
Then we've got 7.1 for IMDb.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't think
I
it would
guess
be in the
people like-
sevens.
Yeah, I think that you guys are right though. It's because of the ending.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's such a shocking ending that it
It leaves an impact. you know.
Yeah, and it just leaves you like you forget about how terrible the whole rest of the movie was.
I think it's a mix of definitely that, but also the you may not like the dialogue in the movie, but like the interactions between the characters, like Mrs. Carmody, like her end of world, like, you know, get everyone to sort of like
Yeah.
repent or whatever. That kind of thing. I don't know if it would happen as fast as it did in this movie, but I think that there definitely would be at least one person in there.
Yeah.
You know, it in certain aspects it does feel like a realistic thing if, like, given the circumstances and, you know, end of world type of stuff. So that and the ending, I feel like, is probably a big reason why it's
yeah, I would say that's what kind of sets it apart from other movies that are within this genre, is the religious aspect and then the ending.
Yeah. I mean, I think that they had something going there. They did not pull it through very well.
All right.
It just yeah. And I just think that, to me, the dialogue did not seem realistic. It did not seem, I don't know, it just seemed so forced and acted, and it didn't flow. It didn't.
And that's how I feel about old movies. I feel like the dialogue doesn't flow. It doesn't go right together. It feels like we're watching acting.
See,
you know?
I don't feel that way as much in like The Birds and stuff.
Oh, I do.
I feel like it's old fashioned. It's an old fashioned way of talking with each other, but they're not like uncomfortable. They're not like not clicking.
I find chemistry to be a difficult thing to find in old movies, like chemistry between characters. So
definitely. Well, if they were trying to be old fashioned and that's why they had such terrible, horrible, despicable chemistry, then I guess they did a pretty darn good job.
All right, let's get our ratings. So I'm gonna go 84.
I was thinking 85, so I'm like right there.
Nice.
I will go 45.
32. Oh.
All right.
You have seen worse movies.
We have lost credibility, Katrina.
No.
I guess
there have to be people who agree with me.
Yeah.
There have to be people that are just. Oh, yeah. If you agree with me, let me know. If you don't,
let's see. Let's see who agrees more with me and Joel and who agrees more with you.
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments and messages that you may send. All right. So we're gonna get into spoilers now for The Mist. So go to patreon.com/scaretalk and sign up for one of those tiers to be able to get to the spoilers, and it's 7 days free. So what do you have to lose?
Well, yeah, and this is definitely one to talk about.
We'll get to see Joel and Katrina fight it out, battle to the death.
To his death. Yeah, he's defending it to his death.
Yeah, that's right. You say you're defending it with my life.
Yes, this is a hill I will die on. Defending the ending.
Okay, so that's it. Go to Patreon. Otherwise, see you later.